I hooked up with a fellow who was a director there by the name of George Cahan, and George and I did some shows together. We wrote and produced and directed a show called Cowboys and Injuns, which was an hour and a half show, of which a half hour was live with cowboy stuff and some group called the Woodcraft Rangers, which were some kids like Boy Scout kids and Indians, and an hour of it were old Western movies. And the lead, the star of the show, was a fellow named Rex Bell, who was an old Western movie star, and he ultimately became Lieutenant Governor of the state of Nevada. But Rex Bell was a star of silent Western movies, and he was the host of our show that George and I wrote and produced and directed. And it was sponsored by a dog food company called Walter Kendall Fives. It was a network show. We did it out here, and it was network. And is it when I said we did things that you couldn't, we was too stupid to know you couldn't do. We had, at that time, the back lot of ABC was just a big acres of dirt, which ultimately became parking lots years later and so forth. But nevertheless, we would have covered wagons and horse chases and all kinds of things on the back lot. This was all live. And Rex Bell, it was, as I said, it was sponsored by Walter Kendall Fives. Rex Bell, being a silent movie star, had no idea of what to say or how to say anything on television, and he tied up completely on the first show, and it was a total disaster. And the sponsor canceled, and George and I figured we were going to be out in the cold, but we persuaded ABC to give us another chance. We hired another guy by the name of Buck Bradley, who was a Western performer, a rope handler, and all kinds of things. And he was much more articulate, and he became our, Rex Bell was still there, but he became the spokesman. And we showed a lot of Rex Bell movies and stuff. And we lasted about a year and a half.